Good afternoon, my dudes. It is Wednesday, which means it's buyer's guide time. And this week, we're going through just a default top 10 of all of the specials across the store. And I'm picking the absolute 10 best must-have products. And some of them aren't even on special, just stuff that I wanted to mention in case you were looking to get, for instance, a good entry-level 144Hz experience for your gaming. So we're mixing it up a little bit, still similar format. So without further ado, and any gilding of lilies, let's jump straight into the top 10. Starting off at number 10, it's got to be this glorious mouse Bungee, because it's just something that you'll buy once and pretty much have for the rest of your life. It's not something that can really break unless you physically manage to damage it. And some of us aren't really into wireless just yet. So if you are still looking for a wired, or you have a wired mouse and that's your preferred, some of these cables kind of suck. They're rubberized, they're too stiff, and then they cause issues on your table and flit around all over the place. So this becomes highly recommended for that. And like I say, it's something that you should be able to just buy once and have for the rest of your life. Coming in at number 9, it's the GMMK GT, one of their little bit more premium tower coolers. It's marked down by $100, which on the scale is like nearly done, over 10% discount. So it's nicely discounted. It's got RGB on top and on the fan, so you can customize it to fit your build. But one of the main things is this is one of the best direct copper heat pipe setups that you're going to find, especially at this price point. So if you're looking at a tower cooler, always suggest them, because like in the previous example, the tower, the actual physical metal piece, it's never going anywhere, is it? And these fans have incredibly good lifetime. Old Crims is still running like after 4.5 going on 5 years. So very good lifetime in the fan, and it's a tower cooler. It's fire and forget. You're going to have it for the rest of your life. At number 8, it's a K65 Mini. If you guys are looking for keyboards, I'm going to have 3 suggestions. This is the first of them. Cherry MX Red. You can get it with the MX Speed in a white chassis as well. They don't have the speed switches in this black chassis, unfortunately. But this thing's build quality is exceptionally good. I really love the texturing and stuff on these keys. These are some of the best out-of-box keycaps you're going to find. So Cherry MX switches, really good build quality. It's just everything we love to see from Corsair, all wrapped up with a 2-year warranty and 1,800 Rand. It's a goodie. Coming in just ahead of that, it's my number 1 keyboard from last year, the Apex 7 TKL. This is perfect for like the budding e-sportsman or someone who's landing, etc., and going around a lot. Someone who just really wants like cool customization, because this little LED, this OLED that they've put in here, plus this control system is super sick. I'll put the pop-up banner over here at the top for the review so you can see more of that. But it's really, really good. I just loved everything about it. There's a reason that it was my number 1 keyboard pretty much for last year. Running at the top off at number 6, it's the GMMK Pro. The only reason I suggest this over that is because of the longevity. Yes, it's way more expensive. You look at another 1,500 on top to get your keycaps and your switches. But if anything breaks, you literally just replace it. So what you're buying into here is actually the frame and the gaskets and all of the rest of it that are just not going to age. These are just things that you are going to have for the rest of your lifetime, like the previous examples. And I just much prefer to see someone buy this and have it forever than buy, an inferior product and then get stuck replacing it every 2 years. So let's say in a 4-year period, this thing will have relatively paid for itself. And then there's the added bonus of, oh, someone broke into my house. Here's 1.5 kilograms worth of aluminium to the face. Breaking into the top half at number 5, it says LG24. I love these because they're IPS, so you don't get any pixel smear. You have that incredibly good response time. Yeah, it doesn't have a periscope neck, and it's very basic. It does have a VESA mount on the back and decent ports, outputs as well, so you can do your console, etc. into it. But the main thing is for those looking for like, I want to do CS or COD on PC at just a bit of a better level and go make that jump from the 60Hz to the 144. If you're looking for an entry-level solution, this is the one I would suggest. Coming in at number 4, it's MP600 XT. This literal exact drive is running in my mate's PC for over a year now. He's basically got exactly the same 5900X motherboard, RAM, etc. We have very mirrored PCs, and he loads faster than I do when I've got 2 Gen 3s. So he's doing everything on 1 Gen 4, and he always loads faster than me, where I have 2 like good Hikvision Gen 3s. So if you've been looking to do the jump to Gen 4, this is one of the top models to do it with, and this heatsink is disgusting. It's like super beefy. You can also remove it, however, if you do want to use the one that's on your motherboard. So a lot of flexibility as well. All of that wrapped up for $4 grand. It's pretty good. Coming in just ahead of that though, it's same but different, but still same. Not quite as fast, probably not quite as good build quality, etc. But its price versus performance, well, it's disgusting at 1.6. You're getting a Gen 4 for 1.6, that's 1 TB. Two of these would be $3,000. So if you've got the space on your motherboard and you wanted to do a split system like I have, it does work and you will get some extra performance. If one is running your OS and the other one's just running your game, it's going to run faster. You might be limited by the buses on your motherboard, so just check how many PCI Express lanes you've got before you go and rob your GPU of performance by setting up like that. But if you're on a high-end system like a X570, the new X670s, or a Z690 plus Z790 on Intel, then you should be good. The processors currently come with extra PCI Express lanes for this exact usage. No like amazing heatsink on this, so if you're preferably I would say buy it if you've got a top slot with that on your motherboard. Coming in at number 2, it's a VA panel. I know I'm suggesting a VA, except for the fact that on the 32 and the 1440p, it was like maybe 10% of what I experienced on 1080p. Very slight and mostly around the edges. I don't think you're buying a 32 if you're playing like really high-end FPS. If you are, you probably still could, because like I said, the smearing is like significantly reduced. Dell Premium Panel Guarantee, so if one pixel gets stuck or broken, they'll replace it for you inside of the warranty or the lifetime. This has a full periscope neck. I believe this particular unit even has speakers built into it. So if you're using it for console and for PC, then you're going to be sorted. And it's got HDCP 2.2, so you can do 144 Hertz, I believe, was the HDMI memory. So let's see how good my memory was. Look at that, 144 Hertz at 1440p as well. So it's got proper high refresh rate HDMI plus that 165 Hertz display port goodness for the PC makes it really good. Well, and then the fact that it's got a base mount and now with a full periscope neck. It's like it's hard to buy anything else right now because Dell's just so damn aggressive. And finally, in the number 1 spot, it's 5800X 3D goodness. There is nothing that performs the way this does at this price point. You've got to go to like 13600K, 3900K sort of builds to get comparable performance over on Team Blue. And even in the Team Red stack, at least you're looking at a 7900 or the X series of those, you're probably gonna fall behind this thing. This thing is an absolute monster at the price point. The 240mm is perfectly spec'd as well, so you don't have to touch that for cooling. The X570 the X570 perfectly spec'd as well. There we go, words in English. I know, like a huge part of my job, but I'm here, I'm trying, okay? And then you've got 4000 megahertz memory. So you've got good fast RAM to go with it as well, which really helps the Ryzen's. The faster the memory, generally, the better the performance, at least until 3600. So these are already going into the, like, oh, okay, it's kind of superfluous, but it's there. And these processors were 8.5 on launch. So let's say they're 7 now, even 7.5 at 12 grand. It means that for 5K, you're getting a cooler, the motherboard, and the RAM for 5 grand. Really nicely done, Evetech. This is a good bundle, man. And that, man, Lipshins, is your Myers guide for the week. As I said, we've got some pretty cool content coming up over the next few days. I've finished the CH510, so that's the performance results were absolutely mind-blowing. That thing might as well be an open air test bench. The mesh and stuff is so clear. Like, I'm used to seeing a couple of degrees and a little bit of performance loss compared to the open air, just because open air, it's always going to be the best because there's nothing obstructing the flow from the components. So yeah, as far as cases go, this is one of the best airflow cases I've ever seen, and I'll be bringing you those results tomorrow. Then on Friday, what I'm going to be showing you is how to refurbish a graphics card, because like a lot of people are still using 10 series and stuff. So I'm going to show you how to open it up, how not to ruin your thermal pads and stuff, and then be able to get to that core, that die, clean it, and then put thermal paste on it properly so that the graphics card can run like new. I'm going to show you that on an older GTX 660 and on my 2070 Super, so you'll know what to do for older GPUs, which are significantly easier, and what you'll need to do then for your newer graphics cards. Until then though, I hope you guys stay safe, keep well. If you have enjoyed this, please do hit us up with a like and subscribe, and I will see you on the flip side.